Hey everyone! Today, we're diving into the latest developments in the Middle East, specifically the ongoing tensions between Yemen's Houthis and Saudi Arabia, as well as the complex dynamics with Iran. It's a region that's been in the news a lot lately, and there's a lot to unpack. So, let's get started. First things first, the Houthis have claimed responsibility for an attack on an oil facility in southwestern Saudi Arabia. This is not their first strike. They've been targeting Saudi Arabia and its shipping in the Red Sea for a while now. What's interesting here is the Houthis' response to Saudi drones breaching Yemen's airspace. They're saying it's a retaliation, but it's a delicate situation because it could easily escalate into something more serious. The Yemeni government officials' mention of the Mocha port attack is also significant. It's one of the main ports under the internationally recognized government, and the Houthis' ability to target it shows their growing influence and military capabilities. Now, let's shift our focus to Iran. The Iranian Foreign Minister, Abbas Araghchi, has stated that negotiations with the U.S. cannot resume until certain conditions are met. This is a clear indication of Iran's stance on the ongoing tensions. The demand for the U.S. to correct its behavior and end the war with Iran and its allies is a bold statement. It raises questions about the future of negotiations and the potential for a deal to manage the Strait of Hormuz. The Pentagon's push to boost weapons production is also a response to the war with Iran, which has already taken a toll on the U.S. military's stockpiles of advanced missile interceptors. Speaking of the Strait of Hormuz, there are details emerging about a potential deal between Iran and Oman. This deal would reopen the strait with ships entering through a route close to Iran and exiting through a route close to Oman. It's designed to restore an earlier agreement and restart negotiations over Iran's nuclear program. However, it's important to note that the terms of this deal could still change before it's finalized. The involvement of the Gulf Cooperation Council and the potential for a joint announcement by multiple parties adds another layer of complexity to this situation. In my opinion, what makes this region so fascinating is the interconnectedness of these issues. The Houthis' attacks on Saudi Arabia and the Red Sea shipping are directly linked to the broader conflict in Yemen. Iran's stance on negotiations and the Strait of Hormuz is a critical factor in the region's stability. The Pentagon's push for weapons production is a response to the war with Iran, which has broader implications for the U.S. military's capabilities. It's a complex web of political and military tensions that keeps the Middle East in the spotlight. One thing that immediately stands out is the role of international organizations and intermediaries. The involvement of the Gulf Cooperation Council and the International Maritime Organization of the United Nations adds a layer of diplomacy to these negotiations. It's interesting to see how these organizations are trying to mediate and manage the tensions in the region. What many people don't realize is the potential impact of these deals and negotiations on global oil supplies and the stability of the Middle East. If you take a step back and think about it, the Middle East has been a hotbed of conflict for decades. The Houthis, Iran, and Saudi Arabia are just a few players in a much larger game. The Strait of Hormuz is a crucial waterway for global oil supplies, and any disruption could have significant consequences. The Pentagon's push for weapons production is a response to the region's instability and the potential for further conflict. It's a delicate balance, and it's fascinating to see how these countries and organizations are trying to navigate it. In conclusion, the Middle East is a region that never sleeps, and the latest developments in Yemen and Iran are a testament to that. The Houthis' attacks, Iran's negotiations, and the Pentagon's push for weapons production are all interconnected pieces of a complex puzzle. It's a region that's full of surprises, and it's fascinating to see how these events unfold. What do you think about these developments? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more insightful content.